Yeah. Good morning. Let's figure out the volume on here. All right. Obviously, Ghost in the background. Ghost is my therapy. That's my magic for these recent days and years. We're here in the after of a murderous crafter. Yeah. The past is spun like a yarn, entangled. Did no one hear the distant thunder? The autumnal reaper. Okay, I'm not going to keep quoting Ghost lyrics here. The reason we're on today is because it's been a while since I made a video, but it really is a crazy time we're in. But it's not any crazier than it has been. It's just we're more focused on it, and the energies are picking up, and things are getting wild. Things are getting wild. We are literally in World War III right now. And I'm not talking about the Russia and Ukraine conflict, which is being sensationalized on both sides, which is the bad part. I mean, not that there's a good part to war, but this is the bad part, because basically they're not really fighting over territory. They're fighting, well, let's put it a different way. They are fighting over territory, but territory up here, in your mind. They are struggling to get your attention. Because if you're focused on what's going on over there, you're not focused on what's going on up here. And that's the important thing, right here and right here. That's the important thing. That's the important thing that we all forget about. I'm guilty of it. It's all part of our attachment to this realm. Nikola Tesla, smart guy, right? Unfortunately, you don't hear much about him in history books because history books are bullshit. You have to dig a little to hear about Nikola Tesla. But he said the Earth is a realm. It's not a planet. It's not an asteroid. It's a realm. Another way of putting it is it's a state of mind. We create our own reality. We really do. I've proven that over and over and over, especially recently. Words are very important. Spelling. I mean, are you getting it? Many aren't because they don't care. I care. I care because we're stuck down here. And I mean, this is totally an unplanned video. I mean, I have plans for one that I'm working on right now, but I know that there's people out there that feel like I do because I've seen other people say similar things, and we're all just trying to navigate this, man. We're just trying to dig through the bullshit and figure out what the fuck is going on, which is impossible to do if all you do is watch fucking YouTube videos all day from people who might mean well, but they take one thing, one little bit of proof of something, and then they blow it up, and it just makes everyone look stupid. Every one of us conspiracy theorists. You know what I mean? For instance, biblical trees. You know what those are? Those are trees that make redwoods look like toothpicks from eons ago, possibly, who have been they've been petrified. Nowadays, you can see, and once you see, you can't unsee. So I'm telling you, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Everything is out there for you to see. Everything is very provable. If you throw away all the preconceived notions that have been drilled into your brain since birth. We're not taught truth. We're taught how to repeat bullshit. Bullshit that nobody's going to sit here and verify. And then people take advantage of the bullshit. Some well-meaning people. If it wasn't for these cats, I'd be in a loony bin by now. I probably would have checked myself into a loony bin by now if there wasn't for these kitties. And my wife. Have you noticed the patterns in your life that keep popping up? Maybe different characters, maybe different specifics, but the same base pattern? One of my biggest issues is communication, oddly enough. Communication is my biggest issue. My spirit animal, not a spirit animal, but predecessor was Hermes, the messenger of the gods. That's another coincidence that is blowing my mind. But if you look into the story of Hermes, and we share a name, a lot of similarities. I guess the music's on shuffle. I thought I was listening to the new album. But anyhow, the messenger of the gods has an issue with communication when it comes to personal matters. But I think that's the case. Your strength is also your own weakness. So there might be people who are good at guiding other people, but they're lost themselves. And I see a lot of that online and out in the matrix out there. The energies are strong. The energies are very strong. Do you keep an eye on what's happening with the sun, that big flashlight up there? Yeah, the filter was changed a few years back from yellow to white. Seems a lot hotter now too. And every once in a while you might see two suns up there. They'll tell you it's a reflection. Yeah. There's a lot of nonsense out there. Like the whole flat earth thing. Is it flat? Is it round? Is it a polygon? Is it a pentagon? Octagon? More than likely it's a pentagram. Oh, but see, the obvious answer is, does it even matter what shape it is? No, but that's not the point of questioning it. The point is, we're being lied to, and it's obvious. We're being lied to. Their own rules are broken and easily disproved. And by there, I mean people who believe it's a ball spinning through space. Woo, yeah. I mean, it's easily proved that it's not. Just go up in any airplane. Where's the curvature? There is none. There is none. And does it matter? No. Except for one reason. Why are they lying about it? Why is it such a big deal? Who the fuck cares? It's a big deal for a reason. And if they're lying about that, they're lying about a lot. Problem is, in this age that we're in this end times, in this apocalypse, in this age of revelation, grand revealing, the unveiling, the world is not going to blow up. What's going to blow up is your idea of what this world is. That's going to blow up big time. It's going to blow up in your face. A lot of people are going to not be able to handle it when it comes out. Makes me think a lot of times that that's part of the plan. They know exactly what's going on and exactly what's going to happen. So it's going according to plan. Now, are we in the end times? I believe yes. I believe the world as we know it is currently blowing up. It's going away. Whether you like it or not, you could fight all you want. In simple terms. We are never going back to the way things were pre-COVID. Never. It's never going back to that. I don't know why we pretend it is. It's not. It is never going back to that. Stop thinking it will. Start planning what you're going to do in the new world. Because one way or another, it's a new world. Sorry, man, corn's coming on. I can't deal with corn. Let's see. Let's go back to, here we go. Play something different. Can't deal with corn, sorry. It doesn't, corn doesn't agree with my ingestive system. I'll be there always, always. Have you bought the new Ghost album, Impera? Or downloaded it, or stolen it, or whatever it is you do with your music? I suggest you do. Tell me who you want to be, and I will set you free. There's a darkness at the heart of my love for you. Oh, man. It's a weird time. It's a weird time. I find myself, I won't say stuck, but I am in a job that is right now kind of soul-sucking for me. And I think that's the case with most jobs. It's a job for a reason. But it's a necessary evil in order to, take care of responsibilities and plan other things. Now, the bad thing is making plans in this age, not a very good idea because things are changing daily. I mean, look at the weather. Pardon the noise, it's the recycling people outside. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's rather loud. But yeah, have you noticed the weather? I mean, it's at least where we are, you'll be sweating one day and the next day it'll be snowing. That's all planned too. You think that's normal? No. Supply chain is getting blocked. Supply chain is pretty much stopped. Go to any store and you can see more and more shelves empty of things. It's only going to get worse. So you say, okay, I will grow my own stuff. And what happens? You try, and you can't find what you need. You can't find the fertilizer. You can't find whatever. You can't find the wood to build whatever you need. You can't, and then if you can, and you start growing something, as soon as they start growing, you get a freeze and they die. That's all planned too. Many places you're not allowed to collect rainwater. What the fuck? You can't collect rainwater? It's bad enough we got to pay for water. Who the fuck owns the water? But you have to pay for water. If you want water, you have to pay for it. Isn't that fucking ridiculous? I'm sorry about all the fucking, but it's not about being, oh, namaste and all that bullshit, okay? I'm sorry. It's also not about turning the other cheek. It's about being the best you can be. Oh, boy. I got to start, like, I got to start making, like, outlines with a few things that I want to say but then it would be unplanned, right? I mean, it would be planned, and I don't like making plans. So we'll have to deal with my bad memory and trying to keep track of what I'm trying to say. So what is this video about today? Whatever you're going through right now, hell, everyone's going through it. Yeah. Nothing is as it seems on the surface. Nothing. What are you doing with yourself? Were you part of the Great Resignation? I was never indoctrinated into that. I never believed in staying at a place forever. I've never gone there with that intention. There hasn't been any job that I've held where I said, for another person, meaning as an employee, where I said, I'm going to be here forever, because forever never comes. But no, I've never been that way. And I think that's why, I think the people that see through the bullshit first are those that never bought into the bullshit in the first place. You know, those of us that have been the rebels, those who couldn't pay attention in school. Perhaps you're not paying attention because you know it's all BS that you're being taught, even if it's, you know, subconsciously. You know, you can tell, your higher self knows this is BS that we're learning about. Fuck that. A lot of people are attached to many things, including their own idea of who they are. But the problem is, who we really are isn't who we portray online, who we portray to other people. Only we know who we really are. Now, my wife knows me better than I do. It's fucking insane. Do you ever find yourself saying that? That someone knows you better than you know yourself? That means something. That means something. It might mean that you're with the right person. I have no doubt whatsoever that my wife and I have been through a lot of shit for a lot of go-rounds. Read into that what you will, but we've been around before. I'm finding that a lot of the so-called science fiction is more fact than the local news. It's crazy. Everything's backwards. The books that claim to be fiction have more truth than autobiographies and history books. It really is insane. Start questioning. Don't just believe everything. I don't. I can't. I feel stupid if somebody tells me something and I go, oh, okay, is that right? Hey, the sun is billions of years away from... Oh, really? Okay, cool. You know? Yeah, the curvature of the Earth is about 8 inches... no, it's about an inch per every 8 miles or something like that. I forget the exact calculation. Go up in a plane. Disprove it. Real simply. Oh, man. There are so many things that are so easy to disprove, but all people do when they're caught, you know, when they know they're busted, is just resort to name-calling and things like that. Holy mother. Hey, something else. For some reason, you guys know about the TheHighOnNetwork? I mean, do you know what it's about? You know that I make videos, but do you know what that's about? Well, you can't, because I don't even know what it's about yet. It's just me and sometimes the wife, you know, doing some thoughts. It was going to be about going around and reviewing places, and we do a little bit of that. But there is nothing that is done in the guise of the High On Network as far as social media goes, which would go against any terms of service or rules of Facebook or social media or any of that nonsense. And for the second time in 4 days, the High On Network Facebook page has been, let's see, it hasn't been suspended yet. Oh, it's been restricted. So I can't comment, nor post, nor do anything due to spam. I violated the spam policy. Now, how the fuck did I violate spam policy when I rarely ever post anything and it's not spam? You know why? Because one of my hobbies, you might say, is trolling the bullshitters. NASA, SpaceX, history sites. And people, instead of having a good comeback or a good rebuttal to anything I might say, they report me as spamming. That's what's happening. There's a reason that Etsy deleted my children's book I wrote with my 6-year-old granddaughter. Nothing wrong with it, nothing questionable, no violations of terms of service or nothing, yet Etsy deletes my page for going against their terms of service. Oh, these cats. All right, I think I may come back with another video today, but just wanted to let you know, we're still here, still navigating the seas of bullshit, and still trying to figure out what the heck to do with everything and about everything, and still wanting to have conversations. So feel free. Look, when I say have a conversation, what a lot of people are doing, and I don't understand why, is sending messages, like private messages and all. No, I want to have a public conversation. You want to talk about stuff? Don't be a coward and freaking send it to my fucking messenger or email or something. If you're so convinced that your position is so correct, for those that are disagreeing with me and sending me messages, if you're so married to your opinion, don't be a wuss. Post it. Post it. What's the big deal? Let's have conversations, civil ones. I don't yell at people these days anymore. Unless you really deserve it. But, anyhow, I just haven't had the motivation recently. So I figured I'd come on here today and just do a quick, which it's probably not quick by now. Where are we at? 20-something minutes? Jeez. But I may be back later today, okay? So just stay tuned. Maybe later tonight because I got to work. But maybe tonight when I get home, I'll put up a little something. Tomorrow, my son turns 30. That's a big one. I remember his birth like it was yesterday. 30 years. That's insane. All right. And hey, here's another thing. Coffee and many other things have lost their taste. I don't taste anything unless it's overly seasoned or it's really weird. But anyhow, stay safe out there. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. Just know, don't think, know that it's all going to be okay. Okay? And one of the best things you could do, as much as I hate it personally, I realize that it's necessary, but being by yourself. And what I mean with that is, by yourself with no outside influence. Lay down there. Lay down on your couch. Put on some headphones with some nice, preferably instrumental music so that the words don't fuck with your brain and move you elsewhere, influence you in any way. Or do what I do, play some foreign music. If you don't know the language, it probably can't. Or it might, because we do know more than we think we know. But anyhow, you want to know what's going on? You already know what's going on. You want to know the answers to questions you have? You already have them. You just have to get in here and not be bombarded with outside nonsense. Moments. Ghost is so good for moments. This is one of my favorite moments right here on the new album. Oh yeah. Yeah. What a song, man. What a song. What a band. Go out and buy the new Ghost album, Impera. They're not a satanic metal band at all. That's the surface. All right, have a good day. Talk to you soon.